Viewers, it doesn't take a lot for the Congress party to revert to type, which is once again demonstrating its hard-coded imperviousness to criticism. Recent snide shaming of prominent figures like the Murthys of Infosys and entrepreneur Kiran Majumdar-Shaw highlight a resurgence of that imperious emergency mindset that has also led them to curb the activities, viewers, of the RSS in the state they govern, Karnataka. The Murthys are the latest. These icons who declined participation in a caste survey were publicly belittled by Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. The Murthys decided not to be a part of this caste survey, viewers, and they gave a reason. They say, we do not belong to the backward class. We're economically, socially and educationally advanced. It's no benefit to government or backward class from our data. Surveys to identify backward classes for facilities. Therefore, it is right for us not to participate. Unquote. In any case, viewers, it is not compulsory to participate in this survey. It's optional. But the Karnataka government dismissed their stance with a condescending remark, questioning their refusal to cooperate simply because of their association with the BJP. So even here, viewers, they began to see partisanship based on political preference. This is what the Karnataka Chief Minister himself said. He says, just because their Infosys, are they Bruhaspati or intellectuals? It is wrong to think of the survey as a survey of the backward classes. The central government will also conduct a caste census in the coming days. Will they still not cooperate? They may be showing such disobedience due to the misinformation they have, unquote. This is what the Chief Minister has said, viewers. Another minister of the government, the IT minister, has come out and said very directly, he's drawn a straight link to the BJP, that they're inspired by the BJP. Priyank Kharge has come out and said the caste census is a government initiative, survey that includes a lot of other information as well. So it is a caste survey, but it also includes other information as well. It is surprising that a member of parliament makes such statements. Clearly, I think it is inspired by other BJP leaders or the co-direction, unquote. This rhetoric not only undermines their personal integrity, but also reflects a broader intolerance for dissent within the party, viewers. Similarly, Kiran Majumdar-Shaw faced unwarranted criticism from Karnataka ministers after she highlighted Bengaluru's deteriorating infrastructure. Instead of addressing the city's civic issues, and you know, viewers, Bengaluru is going through a very rough patch. All the ministers, or at least those that hold weighty portfolios, disparaged her concerns, labeling them as, quote, hurtful, and, viewers, at one instance, anti-national in spirit. This reaction underscores a troubling trend where constructive criticism is met with hostility rather than engagement. Viewers, government should be listening to the citizenry. They shouldn't be browbeating the citizenry. In the case of the RSS, which is a socio-cultural organization that doesn't share the Congress POV, the reaction has been even more extreme. A government order has been invoked threatening government officials with RSS background with suspension. Such actions not only stifle democratic discourse, but also erode the principles of accountability and transparency. This close-mindedness does not sit well with a party that is led by a scion who swears by constitutionalism. Rahul Gandhi is most often seen walking around with a constitution in his hands, viewers. Surely he respects it in letter and spirit. Let's open this up because some questions need to be asked. Sudha Halkai is the spokesperson today from the Bharatiya Janata Party who's with us. We have Dr. Ranganathan. We have Nikhil Jain, Ashwini Mishra, political analyst who represents the Congress point of view. First, let me begin with you, Dr. Ranganathan. What do you make of this sort of reflexive, I hope I'm not overstating the case here, but reflexive disdain for anyone of any worth who seems to be pitching in and making some sort of comment that is not aligned with the government? Is that not allowed?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. It's not just draconian, this is telltale fascism. The Murthys have exercised their right to opt out of the caste survey. They say they are not OBC, so they don't have to participate in the survey. But the fact is, according to the High Court order, you don't have to participate in it even if you are an OBC. Why should individuals be compelled to disclose sensitive caste information when it risks perpetuating divisions rather than fostering equality? It is your right to privacy, and the violation of it has ironically been proven right through the public outing of Sudha Murthy's survey form itself, including her home address. Might be that goons might be sent to her home now. This is very worrying. This bullying and mocking of a citizen who is going according to the rules of the High Court order by a sitting Chief Minister of Congress displays not just the pettiness but the ingrained fascism, as I said, that runs in Congress's veins. Not for nothing, you have to say, did Rahul Gandhi's grandfather fought in Mussolini's army alongside the Nazis? The present Congress government in Karnataka is the one that is displaying Nazism. Not just talking about the present hounding of the RSS by a 12th class fail. Not just talking about the hounding of Kiran Majumdar-Shah for speaking out in the calamitous Bangalore infra by a 12th class pass. Remember, BJP worker Shakuntala was arrested for a social media post criticizing Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Remember, teacher Shantala Murthy was suspended for his Facebook post criticizing the Congress freebie schemes. Remember the notice to lecturer Huli Kanti for his social media post. Remember the FIR against DD News journalists Prakhar and Ashok Srivastava that was recently stayed by none other than the Karnataka High Court. Remember the Karnataka police travelling 1,000 miles to arrest YouTuber Ajit Bharti for his harmless comment on Rahul Gandhi. Remember the arrest of Vineet Nayak from Goa by Karnataka police for his criticism of Congress manifesto. Remember the banning of the film Hamare Bara because it offended the Muslim community. Remember the Karnataka Congress Minister Shivraj saying he will not allow any of Kamal Hassan's movies to be released in Karnataka unless he apologizes. Remember the proposed draconian and outrageous misinformation bill that has deliberate vague clauses that can be used to arrest anyone who says anything considered inconvenient. And this is just Karnataka. I haven't even come to Congress rule Telangana, where the sitting chief minister threatens to strip journalists in the streets. What are we talking about, Rahul? And they say Modi is fascist.
Well, these are facts, viewers. They can't be dismissed out of hand. And especially this commentary. You made an example out of Kiran Majumdar-Shah. Then you want to extern the Sangh. Now you're going after the Murthys. Nikhil Jain, how do you respond to this? I think Dr. Ranganathan has pretty much set down with some hard facts his case.
Rahul, so Sudha Murthy may have exercised her right to not take part in a socio-economic survey. This is not a survey only of the backward communities like she's been misguided or misinformed. It is a socio-economic survey of 2 crore households in Karnataka that pretty much covers the entire population of Karnataka. She has exercised her right to not take part in it. Priyank Kharge has exercised his right to freedom of speech. He has criticized her for not taking part in it. What is wrong in that? I really don't see. And it's actually laughable, Rahul, when Dr. Ranganathan sits here and calls this fascism and this and that, because some minister said that what Ms. Majumdar-Shah said was hurtful. What does the BJP do when somebody criticizes them? They call them anti-national, they call them Khalistani, they call them terrorists. The moment somebody raises a question about a defense deal, they are Khalistanis or terrorists. No, sorry, they are terrorists. They are pro-Pakistan, they are pro-China. The moment the farmers of the country sit at protest for asking for the right, for their rights and for their rights to not be given away to the corporates, they're called Khalistanis. The moment students sit and talk about protecting the rights of the minority communities, they're called terrorists or Pakistanis. The BJP is the last party to be commenting on any of this. And so far as the right to privacy is concerned, are we forgetting the egregious assault on our right to privacy with the government that is being done through the Aadhaar, in complete contradiction of the Supreme Court judgment in the Aadhaar case?
What are you talking about? Can you explain?
Boogie by the BJP is just
can you explain?
And fallacious. There was a
Can you explain?
The Supreme Court judgment in the Justice Puttaswamy, the Supreme Court judgment of 2018 in the Justice Puttaswamy case made it very clear that the government cannot mandate Aadhaar. But right now you try and get admission into a hospital, you will not get Aadhaar. You will not be admitted without Aadhaar. I've seen that firsthand. You
But can I say something, sir?
You don't get it without Aadhaar.
But
you
can I
try
say
and
something?
pretty much file
Fair enough.
anything
But
with the
can I
government.
say something?
You can't do it without Aadhaar.
Okay, can I point out
Please do.
a contradiction? Because when the EC said that in the SIR, Aadhaar is not really a requirement. You guys nearly burnt the house down. You went to the Supreme Court. A large number of your pals went to the Supreme Court. I mean, the ecosystem went to the Supreme Court and they stood there and they said, how can you keep Aadhaar out? How can you keep Aadhaar out? You tore your hair out. I mean, I don't know. So are we hair splitting here?
Precisely the point. Aadhaar was... No. Aadhaar was an initiative started by the UPA government to initiate and execute.
So I'm
direct
asking
benefit
you, you
transfers
just
with
said
the,
that
with
Aadhaar
the
has
BJP
been made.
The BJP opposition at the time.
So, Nikhil ji,
can you let me complete my point, please?
I'm only bringing out the. No. I'm
Rahul
only
ji,
bringing out a
can I please
contradiction.
answer?
You just said that they are making
No, it is not a
the Aadhaar for everything.
You just caught him.
But then you went to the court and you said, make the Aadhaar for
Where is
everything.
the discussion all about? Where is the discussion
No,
all
can I-
about?
One second.
Advocating.
Not at all. Rahul,
Okay.
Rahul, the Congress party of the opposition is not anti-Aadhaar.
Okay.
What they are saying
Right.
is you cannot force down Aadhaar down the
tell you
throat
what
of
they are
citizens.
anti. So, viewers-
Exactly what is the case with socio-economic
Okay,
survey.
okay.
The government wants to conduct it. The Karnataka government wants to conduct it, but they are not forcing
What
their
I've
citizens.
heard
Of
from
course, the
Mr. Jain
ministers
right
in their
now-
individual capacities have the right
Fair
to
enough,
criticize people.
sir, fair enough. What I've heard from, and Dr. Ranganathan, you please respond to him, but I'm just want to make a quick quip. What we've heard from Mr. Jain is whataboutery. If they can do it, who are they? Who are they to tell us? Who are they to call us out? This, that, the other. Fair enough. It's legitimate. The second part is a little more
And what
worrying
was
for me.
Dr. Ranganathan
He has
doing?
exercised.
What was Dr. Ranganathan
One
doing in
second,
his
sir.
speech?
One second.
What
has-
was he doing in his
Can
speech?
you allow
was
me,
it,
sir?
Was
He
it not whataboutery?
He
was
was
it not
critic-
whataboutery?
Okay, let him
Nikhil,
explain
I
what
get-
he was doing,
can I-
but can you just give me 30 seconds, sir? I'm not going to take more of your time on this show. The fact of the matter is, viewers, he began by saying they are exercising, the government is exercising its right to free speech. But then be factual. If it is already something that is not incumbent on everyone to participate in, then move on. Why do you have to go after the Murthys, say, are they some intellectuals, are they, just because they run Infosys, just because there's a BJP connect there? Why in any way, viewers, would you want to belittle somebody who has done so much to put your state out there?
Exactly.
Yes, Dr. Ranganathan, you want to make a point.
Very quickly, 3 points before other two
Police
exalted
raid on the
panelists.
Murthys, it is a
come in.
statement by a minister.
And Nikhil, I
What
did
is
not
wrong with
interrupt you, please. Nikhil, please. Nikhil, especially on Diwali Eve, where I wish you a very happy Diwali. No, please listen to me. Now, 3 points. Number one, as you correctly said, Rahul, that Nikhil's entire diatribe was full of whataboutery. We are fascists, yes, but so is BJP. Is that the answer of combating fascism? I gave him 9 concrete examples of rampant trampling of freedom of speech in Karnataka and also one in Telangana. All Congress ruled. No response. Number 2, when he says, well, if people are critical of Sudha Murthy, they are exercising their free speech. I'm sorry, this is dog whistling. Because they have outed and made public her form, which has her home address. And now trust me, this public hounding by a sitting chief minister, no less, will result in maybe stone pelting of her house. Who knows? Number 3, the fact of the matter is, Rahul, public owes you a debt of gratitude. Because when Nikhil talks about urban naxal, he talks about anti-national. You are the one who told us that urban naxal, the term was first utilized by the Congress.
Yeah.
The fact anti-national was first used by Chidambaram when he filed when 8,000
Affidavit.
sedition charges were filed against activists. Where everyone is a fascist until the real fascists arrive, and the real fascist is the Congress. And just 10 seconds, I dare Nikhil Jain to be mildly critical of the Congress. He will face the same fate as Sanjay Jha, and I'm not talking of just the physical resemblance that he has with him.
Ashwini Mishra, let me bring you in. Look, and I'll ask you this. Now, are you saying he's a mini Sanjay Jha? He's Sanjay Jha part 2? No, he's not. So let's not go there. But the fact of the matter is, Ashwini Mishra, Ashwini Mishra, let me ask you a simple and straightforward
mind
question.
being
Okay, sir. Okay. You don't want to be Jha number 2. You know, there is a history to this. So I just want to bring.
Shehzad is not on the debate.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, I'm glad Shehzad is not on the debate.
No, there was
And
another
I'm sure
gentleman,
Rahul
another
don't have
Jha.
to apologize like Sajad did.
Another Jha who was on the debate. Anyhow, I just want to bring in the Congress spokesperson here. Now, Mr. Mishra, look, you know, people are within their rights to participate or not participate. They're within their right to go out there and criticize if they feel something is wrong. I just want to ask you, was Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, did her response, did her criticism warrant these kind of epithets? And let me just tell you what they are. Number one, the first thing is that she has exhibited an anti-national in spirit. And secondly, very hurtful remarks, almost trying to browbeat her. What was the need? I'll tell you, sirs, traffic congestion. Bengaluru is ranked Asia's most traffic congested city in 2023. Drivers spend 132 extra hours per year in traffic. Estimated 20,000 crore lost annually due to time, fuel, productivity. That in itself would have funded a couple of schemes that you can't fund right now because you've overpromised. Then there is the pothole proliferation issue. I'm just giving hard facts, viewers. Despite 12 crore allocation for repairs, potholes rose 63%. to 1.09 lakh in 2023-2024 to 1.78 lakh in 24-25. These are all figures that have appeared, viewers, in the Deccan Herald. I'm even giving you the source. So, Mr. Ashwini Mishra, instead of pulling up your socks and saying, okay, these are valid criticisms, at least they're not coming from the BJP, hence they are not motivated, they're coming from the normal citizenry. There's another citizen who decided to shut shop and move to another part of the state. You had a problem with that gentleman also. Then you go and ask Azim Premji, can you release land so that we can have more flow of traffic through your land? He says nothing doing. There is a problem. Otherwise, why would you be asking for all these favors? So if someone is pointing it out, let it be.
Rahul, you compared Nikhil with Jha number 2. I hope you don't have to say apologize just like Sajad did. Anyways, let me come to
I never said. I said do not do it.
Okay, let me come to your questions. I request you to be a just journalist and ask question rather than being rhetoric or judgmental about, because in your opening statement you told that Bangalore is going through rough patch, and here also you're being rhetoric in terms of Bangalore is having a serious concern in last 24 months. It's not that case. I have been in Bangalore. I have been in Bangalore from 2005 to 2011. Bangalore has these problems, and these problems are because of the geo of the Bangalore. You cannot have road cannot be widened in Bangalore, so you have to build flyovers on top of flyovers. Anandji, I have been in Bangalore. I studied from NIT Surat. I spent 6 years in Bangalore. I understand Bangalore very much. Now, coming back to your question, we are open for constructive criticism. We always welcome constructive criticism, and we are putting our best foot forward. We are building.
Sir, since you have such love for Sanjay Jha, I'm asking you a question. Why was Sanjay Jha suspended?
Yes.
Since you're so open for criticism, can you tell me, since you have such love for him, you think that, I should be apologizing or I will be forced to apologize. This that God alone knows where. I'm asking you, sir. Such defensiveness on his behalf. Why was he suspended from the party?
I will not want to answer that question.
No, but tell me.
Because that's quite irrelevant to the discussion.
It is,
here.
no, it's completely relevant. You know what Sanjay Jha ended up doing, viewers, after the elections? 1 minute, I'll tell you what happened. Viewers, after the Lok Sabha massive meltdown of the Congress party and its prospects, he wrote a piece in a couple of newspapers where he said the time had come for the Congress party to embrace change at the top. That there was a necessity to have an open, transparent system of leadership election, not a selection. And he said the party must be moved away from this very dynastic focus of it. And at the grassroots, true democracy must come. Very valid suggestions, viewers. For that, he was suspended.
Rahul,
there were a whole other bunch of leaders in the G23 also that were.
Now,
yeah.
Rahul, Congress is the most democratic party in our country.
Okay.
Most democratic party.
Okay.
Think of a BJP leader who can utter a single word against Modi ji and Amit Shah and can stay in party.
Sudha,
in our party, there are people who use the kind of languages against the Congress leader and is still in party because we value in the democracy.
Right.
We value in the democratic process.
Sudha,
now let me.
Yeah, please, I want to get in.
Respond to this.
So
they are democratic.
1 minute. There is absolutely a draconian administration which is going on in Karnataka, and it is a shadow of emergency which is persisting in Karnataka today. And what he's talking about the democracy, the very question of constitution, the very question of democracy, right to speech and right to expression is questioned by the people who keep the constitution book in their hands every now and then, and they talk about the constitution. Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Priyank Kharge, they are the one who always talk about the constitution. And now whoever has been vocal regarding whatever the situation of the infrastructure of the Karnataka, Bangalore, or when it comes to Sudha Murthy ma'am and Narayana Murthy sir, when they told they don't want to participate in this survey, and as you have already told, because the Honorable High Court has very well given the instructions, word is that it is not mandatory to participate in this survey, it is optional. Second thing is, it is very much that they have to keep up the details of the information which is given by the participants. That has to be, it's not supposed to be leaked out in the public. And what they have done today is, it is contempt of court. I repeat, it is contempt of court and it is breach of trust.
Just to upstage. Just to upstage. Just to upstage. Just to upstage the Infosys owners. Okay, just 1 second.
Exactly, and I'll tell you.
I have another. More worrying question to ask.
Rahul, this is misinformation, Rahul.
Okay, 1 second.
We just regretted their decision.
One second, Mr.
We never said that something can be forced.
Okay.
We welcome their decision.
No. Actually, you didn't welcome. Actually, you didn't welcome. This is the exact statement of. I just want to bring it on record, viewers. Exact statement of Mr. Siddaramaiah. Just because they are Infosys, they are Brahuspati. It is wrong to think of the survey as a survey of the backward classes. And his own minister says, yes, it is a caste survey. So make up your minds. Yes, doctor. Very quickly, and I move on.
First of all, the execution for the caste survey is given only to the central government and not to the state government. We have seen yesterday also how Mr. Priyank Kharge had criticized Kiran Mazumdar's questioning, her being vocal, and she was requesting that the infrastructure should be increased, should be made proper in the Karnataka environment, especially the road potholes and the garbage management. What is wrong in that? This is done only.
Okay, stop shouting over each other. Lower their faders. 1 second. One second. Dr. Ranganathan.
Siddaramaiah has done.
No, I've understood that.
I want to put on.
I think you made your point. 1 minute. I don't want to get into a tutu meme or, a back and forth here on this show. Just give me 30 seconds. I just want to quickly bring in Dr. Ranganathan and then I want to sum up with a point and move on. Yes.
Yeah, no, very quickly, you mentioned rightly so Sanjay Jha and the fact that he was suspended. Well, now the Congress has graduated from suspension to straight away rustication or maybe, dismissal. You remember what happened immediately after the vote chori claims when a Karnataka Congress minister, I think Ramaiah ji, his name was, he said that we should look introspect as well. And according to sources or the news that was published, Rahul Gandhi asked Siddaramaiah to not just suspend him, but sack him. And secondly, this is the same Siddaramaiah who today has tweeted that Bangalore bus service has been considered as given the Book of London Awards or something, is complete fuzzy awards that have been given. These guys can't even check a simple thing that.
Someone.
It is Chuna Mandi, the office of that London court is in.
Chuna Mandi, I know. That was quite terrible.
Rahul,
Just 1 second. I just want to wrap out because viewers, we don't have much more time. I just want to say one thing. The more draconian step that was taken, viewers, which reeks really of despotism, is when you try and on a mass scale shut down an organization. The Sangh Parivar, the RSS, is being shut down. Almost muzzled through a law.
That's a headline.
Through a law. One second, stop. Okay, just calm down, calm down. 1 minute, Mr. Jain, calm down. There's a law that has been passed where it is being very clearly mentioned that any government servant affiliated with the RSS going to their functions, etc., will be suspended. Number 2, viewers, they've said that if the RSS wants to hold, for example, any event, this, that, the other, they will have to even take out a public protest, this, that, the other. They'll have to seek government permission. Now, do you think that will be given in today's, viewers, absolutely bellicose circumstances? No, I don't think so. But you know what is more worrying? What does the RSS stand for? It stands for the UCC. It stands for the abrogation of Article 370. One is a directive principle of state policy. The same UCC, the Supreme Court says, must be implemented in this country. And you know, viewers, by their own admission, whose support do they take? SDPI in the election. And what does the SDPI stand for? Exactly the opposite. They say we don't want the UCC. So they undermine not only the spirit, but also the letter of the Constitution. But they are allowed, viewers, in the state. Just giving you one small example of this strange selectivity. But we need to move on, viewers.